This is the night before we leave. We're going to leave early in the morning, and we're actually not going to go too far, but I'm going to get about maybe only about like 30-40 miles from here just to get filled up, dump our tanks, and a little bit closer to our next place. But we're still waiting for the weather to cool down before we travel much further north, because it's like 100 degrees plus. It's like 110, I think, today, where we want to end up. So I'm gonna try and get there on like a 99-degree day, hopefully. You can see I'm pretty filthy, and I actually just washed my hands. But more on that in a minute. See this log that I laid down right there? Right about there is where the bird nest is. And you can see it's right in this camp, basically. And since I've marked it, I haven't bothered them. I've seen the bird nesting, covering the eggs. There's 4 eggs now. I can't remember if there were 3 or 4 before, but there's 4 eggs there now. The dogs have not been bothering them at all, which I'm really grateful for. You know, Echo's usually tied up in camp, but sometimes he's not. You know, he'll wander around here a little bit while I'm feeding him, and he doesn't go over there. He doesn't bother them. And Dodger is totally cool. Dodger doesn't want to have anything to do with the birds over there. But I want to make sure nobody else accidentally like steps on them or disturbs them or lets their dogs run around there, because once I leave this campsite, it's very likely someone's going to come in here and camp, because this is a really cool spot. So I'm working on this little sign, and let me know what you guys think. It's just a piece of cardboard, and then I'm going to stick it on a stick and then post it right there. So, you know, it's biodegradable. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you guys think, if you think I'm being a little bit too cautious or what. But I'm going to put the date on here just so people know. I am filthy. I wanted to take a shower today, you know, shave. I was even going to cut my hair. I thought I was planning the water right, but we're empty. There's no water in the trailer tanks anymore. I do have these jugs here. I have about 3 gallons left of water. Yeah, that's it, 3 gallons. We're going to replenish our supplies tomorrow, right in the morning. So it's all good. We got plenty of water to drink. And, you know, I don't like running that low on water, but sometimes it does happen. I still got to get the trailer all hooked up, cleaned up inside, organized, ready for the drive tomorrow. I got to put the generator away. Just kind of little things like that. But I've been putzing around today, getting hot and sweaty and pretty dirty, you can see. So I'm not gonna be able to take a shower until I fill up on water, and then we end up at our new campsite. So you'll see that. We're gonna try and get to our campsite before noon, before it gets too hot, because it's gonna be, I think it's like 95 tomorrow, something like that. So I'm gonna hopefully find a good spot in the shade. The dogs have been spending the day out here under the trailer, and it's just fine under there. I check them regularly, and they're not panting. Even Dodger is not panting when he's under the trailer, even in full sun. I'm able to have the awning out, which really helps create a lot of shade, so it keeps the ground in this area fairly cool throughout the day. And under the trailer, like, you touch the ground, and it's like really cool to the touch. It's perfect. So as long as I can maintain that tomorrow, you know, we should be fine. Oh, there goes Dodger into the bird nest area. Oh, he's not walking right where the nest is. But they don't seem to even like notice it. So I got the little sign put up here, and it's completely biodegradable. It's just a little piece of cardboard, and I just jammed it in there I cut a little slit in the stick. So it should last for a while, you know, in the wind and everything. And I think the rain for the next few weeks is going to be done, and hopefully by then those baby birds will be hatched and they'll be on their way, hopefully. I'm doing my checks. I just checked the oil in the truck, And I've been checking the tire pressures. I checked them this morning, and I'm gonna check them tonight and then fill them up with air. Then I gotta hitch up the trailer. Oh, I did have an issue with the propane tank. A while back, you know, I got the propane tanks filled at Love's, and the guy overfilled my tanks. And I didn't really have any problems with the tanks other than I noticed a leak in one of my lines. So I ordered those hoses on Amazon, and I replaced one today because I was switching to that tank with the bad hose. And so I thought, well, it's a good time to switch out the hose. And I got the hose in, then I spray some soapy water on the hose. I'll show you that later in another video because I wasn't able to finish the project because the soapy water showed me, oh yeah, there's a leak. What happens is when you unscrew them, then they need to be resealed with basically Teflon tape. And I do have Teflon tape on board, but I double checked because I was like, you know, it's for propane, maybe it's not safe to use Teflon. And it turns out, yeah, Teflon does break down. So you're supposed to use propane safe Teflon tape, which is supposedly like a yellow roll of tape. So hopefully I'll be picking that up on the way and I can finish that repair. Until then, I'm just using the one line that I know is good. And tomorrow in the morning, I'm going to leave early in the morning. That's what I like to do. Because then when we're driving, man, you see my hair? Like, I need a haircut. It's going to feel so good. I was so excited today to shave and do my haircut, but I just don't have the water to shower afterwards, so it's not going to happen. Leaving early in the morning is what I like to do, especially with Dodger when it's hot out, because if we leave early in the morning, you know, right as the sun's coming up, so I'm still driving when there's sunlight. I don't like to drive when it's dark if I don't have to. And that way it's the coolest part of the day, and we can do our errands because I'm going to be running around to several places, getting water, getting food. I got to go to the auto parts store, and I got to pick up some dog food, maybe pick up that Teflon tape. And then I got to hit the dump for the trailer because the black tank in there needs to get dumped, let's put it that way. And fill up on gas because the generator only has maybe a gallon of gas left. I got a 5-gallon jug that I take with in the truck for the generator. And I want to have extra gas for the generator in case we need to use the air conditioner, which I'm going to try to get running. I tried running it in Quartzsite and it wouldn't stay running. And I just kind of gave up on it. It was hot and I was like, it's not so hot that I absolutely need the air conditioner, but it's too hot for me to keep working on it because I'd rather just rest while it's hot. So I kind of gave up on it. That's really the first problem I've had running the air conditioner right there off of the generator. So having 5 gallons of gas, I'll be able to run the generator for at least about 2.5, maybe 3.5 days. And I just like to have those kind of, you know, backups, mostly for Dodger. He's my biggest concern. I've been brushing him more now lately. I've been brushing him so much that if you look down in the description, you'll see a link to this brush, but it broke. Can you see that there? I used JB Weld to fix it. This is my favorite dog brush, and I was just brushing him so much that it snapped off. So, I mean, it is a good brush, but I guess it does tend to break if you use it a lot. Echo's just eating grass under the trailer right now. Being a good boy. All right, so stay right here and you'll see us getting ready in the morning. I'll be kind of rested, but it's going to be early, so get ready for that. This is it. Do I look the same? I feel the same. I'm just as dirty, pretty much just as tired. We got up at 5:30. Just throwing the garbage out right now. So I only slept about maybe 5 hours, something like that. Oh, still groggy. I did get coffee. I had my egg bagel. Just getting the truck ready. I got to feed the dogs right now. But you can see I got garbage here. I keep my garbage in this orange bucket, and that's full. So we'll be able to dump that when we hit the road here. I am low on water. Like I was saying, now today I have an actual count of water, like a very accurate count. Now in the truck, I always have 2 jugs in the back seat. They're gallon jugs of water. And I try to never access those. So they are in there. So not including that, you know, that's like my emergency water. Not including that. And this is the lowest I've been on water. You know, it's not really that big of a deal. We only have 20 miles to go to get water. Oh, it's in the trailer. So that's it. That's all the water I have left for everything. For doing dishes, for brushing my teeth. I did use water for coffee, so I had that, so that was good. But I don't like being that low on water. Right now I'm still trying to debate with myself, figure out how much water I want to get in town. We're about to go camping in a completely new area, and I'm not sure how many days I'm going to stay there. That's going to depend on the heat for the area we're going. We're heading to Page, Arizona, and it's just super hot there right now. So I got to check my weather report and then determine how many days. If I'm only going to be there a few days before I get to Page, because once we get to Page, I'll be able to restock everything. And I don't necessarily want to bring a full load of water, because that's like 60 gallons of water that I'd be transporting, you know, all the way to Page, Arizona, just to get there where I can resupply right there just fine. Because we're going to probably be staying somewhere where it's easy to get water. So stay tuned for that. It's not our usual thing, but I'm going to kind of make some changes on this trip. So the videos are going to be a little bit different than usual here. And this is all just to show you guys, like, this is real nomad life. Like, this is how we really live. Like, these are the things that I go through and the thoughts that I have and the way that I do things. You know, having the dogs and this type of rig, having a trailer, a travel trailer and a truck. And I don't know necessarily that I'm doing things the right way, but they work for me. They make me feel comfortable, make me feel safe. And I try to be efficient, you know, as far as like the weight that we carry and having enough supplies and not having too much supplies. So I'm showing you all this so you can kind of get an idea of the way a real nomad does things. And like I said, when I say a real nomad, I mean, I'm not a professional at this. Like, I've only been doing this 4 years and I still do tons of stuff wrong. I got the generator out because I want to fill up the tires. So I'll kind of show you how I do that. And that's really noisy, so I'm probably not going to be talking during that. I'll just kind of have some shots so you can see how that gets done. Check the tires on the truck. And then we're going to hook up the trailer. We're going to pull out the chocks. We're going to check our area, make sure we didn't leave anything behind. And then I'll double check the rig again. And then we'll head out to the main pavement. And once I get to the pavement, I always stop and I get out and do a walk around check all the tires, check the hookup before we get on the main road and head into town and get resupplied. So I'm going to show you here how we kind of get ready to leave camp. And then we're going to be on our way. And I'm probably not going to show that in this video because honestly, I'm tired. I'm filthy, and I want to get to our next camp before it gets too hot. You can see the sun is just starting to come up because we're going to be in the truck for the next few hours, driving into town and then stopping at all these places that I got lined up for us to stop and get resupplied at. If you're new to this channel, thanks for watching this video. And if you are interested in being a nomad, hopefully we can show you how we do it, and you can learn from us. Hit that subscribe button so you can get notified of all of our videos. Putting out a lot of videos lately. Today kind of sucks for me because I'm actually not going to be able to upload a video just because we're going to be traveling. But I like to upload 3 videos a week. So hit that subscribe button so you get notified of all our videos. And hit that like button. Let us know you're watching. We like to know you're watching. You guys hungry? You hungry? Echo, sit. Sit. Dodger. Come here. Dodger, you hungry? Are you hungry? Come on, speak. Come on. Are you hungry? Speak. Yes. Echo up. High five. Yes. Echo. Echo. Here. Good. Good. Dodger. Good boy. This is how I check the tire pressure. I got this on Amazon. Check the description down below. I'll put a link to it. There we go, 36.8. Should be at 42. Check this tire. See, this tire was looking a little low to me. Let's see what we got. That's not right. Okay, so plans change. See that tire? That doesn't look right. I was riding around on the dirt roads. So plans change. Plans change. I got to find the cause of this leak here. This sucks. Not that big of a deal because we have a cool campsite. I guess we are kind of low on water, but I should be able to get this fixed up. It looked like it was getting a little bit low yesterday, but then I was second guessing myself. I was like, no, it's fine. So I must have picked up a nail or a screw somewhere. I'm sure that's what happened. I plugged the tire before when I got a hole in it. But what I did before is actually remove the tire. So I'm going to see if I can do it with the tire on there. This is a great example, though, of why you do these checks. Because I'd much rather be here in camp figuring this out. The only reason I have to get into town is because I have a scheduled pickup at Walmart, but that doesn't even really matter. Like, I can be late to that. It's not a big deal. I can also cancel it online. I love that Walmart pickup. The only other reason I need to head into town is for the water. Like, that's the main reason. So I'm happy to deal with this here rather than on the road. All right. I mean, this is real nomad life. I was watching Sarah Yak this morning, and yeah, I watched van life channels on YouTube. Sarah Yak has a really cool channel, and you should definitely check her channel out. And she does talk about like issues and things that kind of go wrong and stuff like that. But she used this word in her video today, aesthetic. She's really into the aesthetic, like the artsy look of it all. And you can tell that just by the way that they dress on there. Like, they're wearing like these like jumpsuits, like these flowy, like white frilly jumpsuits, and they're always like in bikinis doing these, like going into the water. And it's like these really nice shots and things like that. But I watch her channel because I really like it. It looks beautiful, her channel. But for me, it doesn't really represent all of the realities of full-time nomadic life. And she is a full-time nomad. But there's stuff she doesn't show. And for me on this channel, I want to show a little bit of everything so you can really get a feel. We have our aesthetic moments. But honestly, a lot of our moments are like today, where it's like something goes wrong, or I run out of something, or I'm trying to work with a new piece of gear, or get something working, or Echo runs away. So just like little problems, but I'm happy to run into those things out here where we are supplied up except for water. We have tons of gear. I got things to fix like this tire. So I'm trying to be real, keep it real. I ended up staying here an extra day. It's going to be nighttime here really soon, and then we're going to hit the road in the morning. I got a tire update. I sprayed soapy water all over this tire for, it must have been at least an hour, and like I was saying, I'm low on water. Like I messed up. We have enough water to drink, but you can tell like I haven't really been washing my hands, and I mean I'm filthy. Look at my legs. But I could not get any bubbles to come out, and if I could find a leak, then I could plug the tire. The tire shops aren't open today, so that's why I decided to stay here. It's holding air. I've been checking it all day, and it's not losing air at all. So the only thing I could think of is when I first checked it, like a couple days ago, I checked the air. Maybe when I put the cap on, there was like a little rock in the cap, and so it was pressing down on this valve. Something like that, maybe, because it is holding air. I sprayed around the rim. I sprayed around the sidewall. Of course, I sprayed the tread, and then I did the same on the inside of the tire as well. Like I got under the tire and sprayed it under there at least twice. And yes, I rolled the truck forward and backward so I could access the area that's on the ground. And I cannot get any air to come out of this tire, so I really don't know what the deal is. So I'm trusting this tire for now. Tomorrow the tire shops are open, so we'll be hitting the road, and hopefully I'll be able to take a shower around noon tomorrow.